What's up, guys? So we're back. We're gonna keep playing Seduce Me, the Otome. Oh man, this has gotten weird and weird, and yeah, it's got more weird. So let's continue. The two boys led me back to the dining room, where the smell of bacon and eggs danced in the air. It smelled wafted from the kitchen and made its way into the room, making my stomach growl in need. Nope. Breakfast smells good.
We should be done with breakfast soon. If you want to sit down at the table, you can.
I nodded before sitting down. As I sat down, however, my mind drifted back to the dream I had. That feeling of hostility around me made my body shudder insufficiently, even though I knew it wasn't real. However, as my eyes closed, I felt a hand place itself on top of my head, breaking me out of my thoughts. Huh?
Morning. You alright?
Yeah, I'm fine. Sam, the owner of the hand on my head, raised an eyebrow at me before rustling my hair, moving away to sit down at the table. He even barked towards the kitchen, where James was working.
Hey! Is the food done yet? I'm starving!
There's no need to yell, Sam!
This is so weird.
You're yelling too!
Don't argue with me!
From behind, Eric appeared and sat beside me, rubbing his temples in obvious annoyance.
Can we not yell this early in the morning? It's not like we're in the castle.
Castle? Castle? Yeah, that's what I'm gonna say. For some reason, when I heard the word castle, I couldn't help but yell in surprise. These guys had a castle? Sam looked at me and smirked at my reaction.
Yeah, we have a castle back home. Our dining room's 10 times bigger than this room.
Then wouldn't it be logical to not yell?
Whatever.
Soon, James and Damien appeared, hands full of plates that carried bacon, eggs, toast, waffles. They placed the plates down and by each seat before seating themselves.
My favorite.
Finally.
Thank you for breakfast. It looks amazing.
It's our pleasure.
All of a sudden, my phone began to ring, ushering me to pull it from my pocket and answer. Hello.
Hey, good morning.
Oh no.
Guess who's at your door right now?
Uh-oh. Right on cue, there's a knock from my lobby door. My heart stopped. Suzu and Naomi were here?
I'll get it.
My heart quickly began to pound in my chest. Matthew was in the lobby, and he get to the door first. I instantly jumped out of my chair and rushed out the dining room. I passed through the archway between the dining room and the lobby. I saw Matthew reach his hand for the breast, causing the world to go into slow motion. Matthew, don't! Before my words could reach his ears, Matthew had opened the door and revealed the surprised faces of Naomi and Suzu. I'm gonna move it over here, so. Nice. 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 The world around me stopped as Suzu and Naomi kept their eyes on Matthew, who merely stared back in fear and embarrassment. I could feel the air go from warm to freezing in a matter of seconds. That is very descriptive of the air. Is anybody going to talk besides me? This is like ridiculous. Can I could not believe this was happening. How was I going to explain this? This week was already bad enough. To make matters worse, I was frozen in place. Please, for God's sake, someone do something other than stand there.
Who are you?
Suzu, let me explain.
What's going on here?
Who's at the door, Matthew? Oh.
I don't like any of this situation. I'm like, oh, can I cover my face? Yeah, go right here. Soon the other incubi appeared in the lobby with us. This situation was not getting pretty. I had to think fast. Oh, crap. I don't like any of those options.
Then why did one of them open the door?
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
It was no use. There was no time to lie to him. I felt helpless. Then I felt a hand on my shoulder and felt the tension in my body almost fade away. I turned my head to see James smile at me before stepping in front of me.
We must apologize, ladies. We know the situation must be confusing for everyone. Let's take this to the dining room and we'll explain everything.
Oh no. This just doesn't... I like the music. Is the music creepy? The music's creepy right now. Oh jeez. I stared at James wide-eyed. He was going to tell them who they were. Everything seemed surreal. Before I knew it, I was led to the dining room along with Suzu and Naomi and sat across from their confused kids as Naomi said, Suzu. I don't like your name, Suzu. As Naomi and Suzu sat down, Eric and Matthew placed their untouched plates of food in front of them, surprising their guests.
Whoa, this looks amazing.
Yeah, that happens.
Thank you.
Our pleasure, ladies. We hope you enjoy your meals.
Oh, Eric, yeah. He's like, this is so weird, and this is just bad.
Make sure you dig in!
I don't like you. Just go away. I looked at Naomi and Susie as they began to eat. Visibly, visibly enjoying every bite they placed in their mouths. Hopefully the food would ease their minds for whatever James wanted to reveal. Yeah, sorry guys, keep moving it. I don't know where to put it because there's just too many people. There's more people than ever. As Naomi and Suzu ate their impromptu meal, James and the other boys stood behind my chair, making me grow red in the face.
So, Anderson, are you gonna tell us what's going on?
Well, you see, gently, James placed my shoulder again. Seriously, what? Stop touching me. Just stop touching me. Signaling me, just eat my food. As I began to eat, he spoke to Naomi and Suzu.
We are Miss Anderson's house servants. We were hired by her late grandfather to help around the mansion, but since he has passed, we now assist Miss Anderson with living on her own.
That makes sense. It's such a huge house.
That makes more sense.
A huge house for a wonderful princess such as Miss Anderson deserves the greatest of servants to care for it.
Oh, jeez.
But why are you all dressed so casually and stuff? Aren't servants supposed to have uniforms or whatever?
Well, Miss Anderson allows us to get comfy while we work, so she lets us wear casual clothes.
Yeah, something like that.
His faces are priceless, man. This is the best. Like, this part of the whole thing is just his face is just... What's his name again? I don't remember.
We're sorry if we made this situation awkward earlier.
Shit, damn
We're very sure that Miss Anderson is also still getting used to having us as her servants. It would be very hard to explain after just a day.
I guess.
So, if I may ask, what brings you two ladies here?
Eric's gonna work his charm.
Well, we wanted to see how our friend was doing. Since it's the weekend and all, usually we hang out and just chill.
Just chill.
Yeah, like going to the arcade and stuff.
Arcade? I like arcades. I haven't been to an arcade in years.
Or the Pink Lady Cafe.
No, that sounds like good
There's an arcade?
either.
That makes a lot of sense, ladies. Well, we don't wish to disturb you any further than we have, so we'll take our leave and start preparing the house.
Huh? Preparing for what?
We gotta prep the house for some sort of housewarming party thing.
Our princess's parents requested a housewarming party to be held here soon.
And by soon, they mean tonight.
Oh, well, I guess we can help out or something. Right, Naomi?
I thought you wanted to go to the arcade.
This housewarming thing is more important.
What? What? Jeez.
No need. We can handle it. If you'd like to, miss, you can go out with your friends while we handle things here.
Seriously?
I like Sam.
Sam, not now.
Well, I wanted to help out, but at the same time, I wanted to go out with my friends. James gave me a look of understanding, letting me know that if I left, everything would be okay. I had to make a decision. Oh, well, dang it. These decisions are stupid. I don't know. Pull my hair out here. I'll stay and help run the house. I'll go out with Suzu and Naomi. I don't know what to pick. What do I pick, guys? What am I asking you? You can't tell me what to do. Yeah. Why not? Yeah.
Are you sure?
I'm sure. I trust these guys to be able to work everything out.
Thank you for trusting us, miss.
We'll have everything done for you by the time you return home.
Alright, we'll wait here while you go get your things.
I was strangely relieved to know that everything was going to be okay while I was gone from the house. I trusted the guys enough to do everything they could for the house party, so my mind focused itself on hanging out with my friends. Eventually, I was out the door, walking towards Naomi's car with Naomi and Suzu. Suzu grabbed the entire back seat as I took the passenger side. Naomi started the car and drove towards the city. It was a nice drive with my friends. After all that happened, it was good just to go out and forget my troubles.
Well, since we got you out of the house, we might as well go to the mall and walk around a bit. We did just eat breakfast after all.
Yeah, it was a good meal. That was a good meal, though. Why would you put though there?
Could have had more flavor, in my opinion.
Shut up, Suzu.
Suzu, you eat chili peppers when you're bored. Everything you eat always needs more flavor.
You just need to eat spicy food all the time. You gotta tame your mouth.
Tame your mouth.
Tame your mouth? Really, Suzu?
Sounds difficult.
Anyways, after the mall, what do you want to do? We could go to the Pink Lady Cafe and chill out with Kay. I'm sure she'd love the company.
Who's Kay?
But we have to stop by the arcade. They have this new game out called Orion. You get to control this guy named Isaku, and you're part of the rebel forces, and you get to shoot things, and there's robots, and...
Sheesh, we get it, Suzu, we get it. We'll go to the arcade.
Which one first, though? I know how popular Kay is. She'll be swamped with customers later in the day.
I'd rather go in the late afternoon. She has better options during the last hour of the cafe.
So basically after the arcade?
You figured me out so quickly, Patterson.
What did I tell you about using my last name?
Well, let's go to it. Let's go to... Oh, frick. These curses are weird. We hit the mall and walked around a bit, as we planned, before driving over to the Pink Lady Cafe. It was a small homestyle cafe with lots of pink, and let's say a lot of pink. I mean, a lot of pink. The cafe was crowded, but we definitely caught Kay's attention as we walked in.
Hey, girls, hey! Oh my gosh, I'm so happy to see you! Have a seat, I'll be with you in a minute, okay?
And there she is, as busy as usual.
Told you we should have gone to the arcade first.
Naomi glared at Suzu before leading us to a table to sit at. Suzu sat across from me and Naomi sat at my side. After a couple of seconds of settling into our seats, Kay slid into the empty fourth seat with a smile.
So, how's everything been?
Crazy!
Life's always crazy, be with you. But I can tell Suzu's not happy to be here. That kind of breaks my heart, you know.
Suzu smirked and gently punched Kay in the shoulder, making Kay laugh. Naomi and I chuckled at the sight. Kay and Suzu were like sisters, wild and crazy. However, Kay didn't have any known Naruto, so it was always nice to see her connect with Suzu.
How about you, Naomi? Have you figured out your problems?
No, and now's not the time to talk about them, Kay.
Naomi keeping secrets from us? That's a first.
Secrets. They're keeping secrets from each other. Oh my gosh! Seriously, this is the game. Like, I'm gonna lose it, guys. I'm gonna lose it in this game.
She holds more than secrets, I'll tell you that much.
You guys!
That's a creepy picture. Don't worry about it, Naomi. You can tell us on your own time. Naomi started me briefly before smiling in relief and I'll get better now. Naomi started me briefly before smiling in relief and happiness.
Thanks.
Kay giggled as Suzu rolled her eyes and groaned. Eventually, the four of us just started to talk about random events that happened to us. I decided not to speak about the boys. I just focused on school. Truly, though, I was relaxing to feel somewhat human again without thinking about incubi or anything of that sort. Simple young adult problems were already enough for me to handle. We eventually lost track of time and it wound up staying longer than we expected, making us unable to stop the Kay before going home to dress for the housewarming party. Kay, as much as she wanted to come, had other plans, but wished us the best. She's gonna die, isn't she? I guarantee she dies. I think Kay dies. I'm just gonna say that out loud, and I guess I'll whisper it out loud, because at some point I think someone's gonna die in this thing. The hour of the house party had arrived. In my mind, I kept double and triple checking the essentials for the party. Knowing my dad, he invited his business partners and executives of the Anderson Company to show me off. I stood in front of the mirror in my room, staring at my form as a million thoughts ran through. Let's start that over again. Wow, I can't read this thing, guys. I don't know. Stood in front of the mirror in my room, staring at my form as a million thoughts ran through my mind. It was just also a housewarming party, but at the same time, it wasn't. So it's a housewarming party, but it's not a housewarming. It was my chance to show my dad that I was better than his expectations. It was a chance for me to see my parents as a woman. It was my test to see if I was really ready to live on my own. Well, not truly alone. I had incubi to thank, but even so, I don't have my dad guiding me or my mom helping me through living alone. A knock on my door broke my thoughts, surprising me. Who is it?
Hey, are you okay in there? Your parents should be here soon, so you should hurry getting ready.
Oh, I can only imagine what I'm maneuvering. Well, I'm ready, but...
But what? I'm sure you look fine, Anderson. Just come on out.
Let's see how this is. Alright. Okay, Suzu's in a jacket again, and Naomi's in the goofy thing. Whoa. As soon as I opened the door hall, I watched as Naomi's cute face turned from smiles to complete aw shuck stares. What?
Dude, you look hot.
Thanks.
Yeah, you look amazing! Where did you get that dress?
I've had it for a while. I just never had a chance to wear it. I figure I might as well bring it out now. Wow, this incubi stands up pretty nicely. I stepped out of my room and closed my bedroom door. As I walked down the hall into the ground, the incubi stood waiting for me at the bottom, all dressed in nines as proper servants.
Whoa, they really know how to dress well, don't they?
Yeah! I was slightly taken back at how great the boys looked in the uniform. Each had the poise of a perfect gentleman. Even Sam. Burn, Sam! Burn! Ha! She's making fun of you! I still began to climb down the steps with the Suzu and Naomi behind me. The boys watched as I descended the staircase one step at a time. Like knights waiting for their princess, I felt my face slightly flushed, but I quickly shook my head to try and regain my thoughts. As I reached the last step, James offered his hand out for me and walked me down the final step, smiling.
As beautiful as a princess, miss.
Here, Trevor. Thank you!
So, are you prepared for tonight?
Nope. As ready as I'll ever be! I couldn't deny what I was nervous, but I had to try. This party was more than what it seemed, and I had done all I could to prepare for it. Now it was all up to fate. The other boys smiled assuringly at me, which made me feel a little bigger about everything. I looked at my phone and marked the time. Almost right on cue, the doorbell rang. I gulped. I could practically feel my dad's aura from behind the door? Who uses a word like that? Who does? Seriously? I don't. I know that. Sam and Eric quickly rushed to the door and opened the double wide to reveal my parents, both dressed in their best. Hey, Mom. Hey, Dad.
Oh my, I didn't know your bequeathment came with servants.
It was probably overlooked. Besides, who would deny good service?
I was completely shocked. My parents didn't question the boys. They didn't ask for verification or anything. I looked to the boys, noticed Sam and Eric staring intently at my parents. Were they using their powers on them? They had to be. There was no way they'd be okay with this otherwise.
I guess the servants counted as belongings to the house.
My mother quickly rushed me and gave me a large hug. I hugged her back, inhaling her perfume. It had only been a couple of days, but living away from ones who raised me was hard. My mother soon let go and looked at my outfit.
Gorgeous. You look so lovely. David, look at your daughter and tell her I'm right.
Huh, his name's David. Those two so close together. I looked at my dad. He was looking around the lobby like an inspector. I stood my ground, waiting for him to look at me. When he did, he let a small smile grace his lips.
Your mother's right. You look like you're all grown up.
Aw, thank Dad. The world around me stopped as my heart pounded in my chest. Did my dad just compliment me? On his own accord, my mother was grinning ear to ear at words. I was beyond speechless. Thank you, Daddy. Way to ruin that whole thing. Just he's complimented me. What? Thank you, Daddy. Seriously, this is the crap I gotta put up with. However, his cold face quickly returned and began to look around once again.
I assume that you're ready, then, to impress the rest of the guests, correct?
What do you mean?
The entire board from Anderson Toys is coming tonight. Even the vice chairman's son will be coming. All of them will be measuring your potential.
Measuring my potential? Oh, sorry. My potential? Sorry.
To become CEO of the company.
What? Huh? Who's what? Gazunta? Could you say that again, please? Could you say that again? What? 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 I knew it. Something was off about tonight. now this party had become much more than I anticipated. I gulped silently, but nodded in response. I looked to the incubi, but they were continuing to be servants for my father's approval. I looked behind me and saw Naomi and Suzu raise their thumbs at me for encouragement. I let out a small breath before feeling my body accept the situation. I felt a weight in my gut, but I had to hide it. What is this garbage? Seriously, he's gonna become this. As if time flew through, all of a sudden, the main hall was lobby full of guests, men and women, and formal businessmen showed up to meet me and see my new home. I didn't expect many to come, but I was once again surprised that night. Oh. I shook hands with many officials and executive members, putting the professional face my dad trained me to have. I felt overwhelmed, but I hid it well behind a small smile and a handshake. Many even asked questions. I tried my best to reply as maturely as possible. I had to remember, say what they want to hear, not what you want to say.
So, how do you feel living on your own at such a young age?
I'm so sorry about your grandfather passing away. It really hit all of us hard.
Do you have college plans?
I don't know. I've been this person for 3 days. I felt like the questions came up one after another. It was tough to answer some of them because they weren't about me. They were about the company.
What do you think will happen with the company now that your grandfather has passed?
What do you think of the philanthropic policy the company has?
What? Who is this person? Who's this guest? Philanthropic? If we're up to be...
Do you think the company should expand from just toys?
Eventually, the question stopped and I was back to be by myself. Naomi and Suzu were mingling with the crowds and the incubator were doing their jobs. So I was alone in a room full of strangers. Yay! It was unearthed to think about, but at least I wasn't being questioned left and right anymore. Oh, jeez. Suddenly, though, my mom pushed her way through the crowd to me, bringing along someone I did not know.
Honey, I'd like to introduce you to someone. This kind gentleman is the son of the vice chairman.
Vice chairman? Hi. With my mother stood a man who looked only a couple years older than me. He smiled and held out his hand to me, silently asking for my hand.
Hi, I'm Andrew Lewis. It's a pleasure to meet you, Miss Anderson.
Hello, Andrew. That's weird. Placed my hand on his, he raised it to his lips and kissed it over my knuckles. I felt my face burn slightly at the gesture. I just smiled at me before releasing my hand. Oh man, I'm losing it. I gotta stop playing this game. I'll play something else. This is so ridiculous.
I'm honored to be invited here.
Oh, hey, I didn't invite you, but whatever. My mother smiled at both of us, which made me slightly concerned. Why was she excited to introduce me to Andrew? Think about it. Red light, red light.
So, you organized this party very well, Miss Anderson.
Stop doing that, dude. Don't make me mad. Thank you.
You're welcome. Praise is very much deserved.
Andrew then chuckled nervously, bringing a soft fist to his lip to cover his cough properly before smiling at me.
I'm sorry if I seem a little forward. I've just been excited to meet Harold Anderson's granddaughter.
Why? Huh? Why? Oh, hey, what do you know? I've been pretty good at this.
He used to talk about you all the time in the office on how you helped him refine his toys. I only attended meetings and heard all of the stories. You've helped a lot with the success of the company without having to actually work there.
I don't like you. Oh wow, I didn't know he talked about me. That would explain everyone's fascination with me and their rather personal questions. Oh hey, I looked to Andrew, who had a kind face to me. Something about him seemed off. I didn't know what it was. He seemed to be hiding something. Whether it was good or bad, I was not able to find out. I felt someone walk up beside me, causing me to turn to them. Next to me was my dad, giving his cold stare at Andrew, who suddenly became tense.
So, you're Jared's son.
Andrew's body twitched slightly. There was a fear or an insult. Andrew locked eyes with my father. I couldn't help but feel the tension between them. It irked me how fragile the air had become, even enough to break at the wrong word.
You're the one who wants to be the next CEO of the Anderson Company.
Well, I stared at Andrew. The guy wanted to make my grandfather's take my place. I thought the vice chairman wanted the position.
David, leave the poor boy alone.
I'm merely testing the boy's conversational skills. Nothing wrong with that.
I hate you. I'm sorry, I'm my dad. I strongly dislike you.
Of course not, sir.
And polite as well. Interesting.
If you'll excuse me.
Quickly, Andrew retreated away from my family into the crowd of people. Yeah, I'd get away from your dad, and your dad too. I don't need... Might be a baseball bat though. Just push the knee, just break him in the knee. That's what. Ah! I'm not a violent person, but some people do need the baseball bat to the kneecap every once in a while. Don't hit people with baseball bats, children. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm a little better now. Well, that should change. I think it does. That's so weird. Crap. Do I follow him or do I stay put? I don't know. A long time. I stay put. I watched as he disappeared in the crowd towards the back of the house. I was worried, but I gave him his space. He obviously needed it.
Peh. He's not CEO material.
Hey, you're a jerk.
That's because you practically interrogated the young man.
A little questioning shouldn't have bothered him. He's obviously not ready for any title in our company.
I bit my tongue. I didn't want to make a sense with my dad. One wrong word and he'd lecture in front of everyone. That was not something that I wanted. At my housewarming party, I let it aside before looking at the clock. It was getting close to midnight, meaning that the party was going to end soon. I lowered my gaze out of the window and saw a limo pull up. Huh? Whose limo is that?
Oh, that must be Lewis's car.
Lewis's car.
I'll go get him. Stay with your father so you can escort your guests out together.
Who's Lewis? Okay, now you keep adding people to this thing, and I'm honestly really confused. I don't remember what that kid's name was 10 seconds ago. Yes, man. My mother left my dad and me slowly escorting my guests out. My dad held his simple smile as he thanked each person for coming. I did the same. Andrew quickly passed through the door before I could speak. No, Andrew, that's what your name was. Sorry, I don't remember your name. I don't even remember the incubi's names at times. Eventually, Suzu, naming my parents, and the incubi were left. My dad suddenly walked over and placed his hand on my shoulder with a smile. I stared up at him. A wave of confusion washed over my face. What?
You did good tonight. I'm proud.
No way, you said. You're proud of me. Oh, thank you, Dad.
Keep it up, and you'll be a good CEO.
Yeah, thank you. Oh, right.
All right. Your mother and I have to leave. I'm sure Naomi and Suzu need to leave as well. Just because it's Saturday doesn't mean you should stay up all night.
All day, all night, Saturdays, all right. Okay, I should stop. Oh, right.
Thanks for having us. It was a great party.
Suzu, you are such a slob. You are in a jacket and a t-shirt like you're going out to the club.
We'll come visit tomorrow or something. All right?
Right, see ya.
Good night, sweetie. Come visit us soon.
Did the mom's voice change? I don't remember the lisp in there, but will do. All four of my remaining guests left the building, all but my dad waving back to me. It was the last guest gone. I sighed and sat on the staircase, exhausted. Phew, that was tiring.
It's not like you had to do any work, though.
Give her a break, man. She was getting interrogated left and right.
She handled herself the best she could.
As expected, princess.
Since you're exhausted, why not head to bed? We can clean up.
Hush, Sam.
Are you guys sure?
Positive. It shouldn't take long. Ho ho ho!
While the hot shudder running down my spine, a voice from my dreams echoed through the air as my ears. I looked around, panicked alongside the incubi. James placed his hand on my shoulder, trying to remain calm.
Don't worry. No one will hurt you.
Are you sure? Are you really sure?
All of us shot our heads towards the door, finally pinning down the direction of the voice. The door quickly swung open, revealing a sight I would have never expected to see. A skin red as blood, eyes black and cold piercing through my roughed up clothes, and a pistol in his hand. I saw a monster. I covered my mouth to not scream at the sight. Dried blood covered the bandana around his neck as he smirked at me and the boys around me. Besides, the red-skinned man was similar looking woman in matching thug-like clothes.
Aw, what's the matter, boys? You really didn't think I wouldn't find you, did you?
I hoped you would, you piece of...
All of a sudden, the man raised a gun at Sam's face, instantly pulled the trigger. Whoa, okay. We all gasped in shock, instinctively expecting to see a bullet run through Sam's face, but...
What the fuck?
What?
That should have been a headshot, ended with a loud but empty blank shot. The pistol echoed its empty shots as the man grew more and more pissed, pulling the trigger over and over and over again in aggravation. Lucky for my ears, it became quieter after the first shot.
Why the fuck won't you work?
This place is protected.
What did you say, Shrimp?
This place has a seal, protecting it from hellborn magic.
What the fuck is that supposed to mean?
The man groaned and threw his gun at Sam. He was able to dodge it in time. The pistol bounced off the ground a couple of times before sliding it further away, hitting the wall. The final stop. It was stopped moving. The gun faded into a black flame that disappeared into the air.
The previous owner had this place protected by magic, Malix.
Malix, that was his name. His existence personified my memory from the dream I had. However, I looked at Matthew in the same confusion as Malix did. This place is protected by magic?
It would seem that your grandfather had some sort of protective barrier around this house. From the looks of it, it only disables hellborn magic.
Malix's face grew to that extreme anger. His fist tightened as if we were crushing a stress ball.
What's stopping me from dragging your asses out and shooting you then?
I would appear angsty. I stepped forward and placed myself between Malix and the boys. With no power, Malix was going to fight. I took that chance to stand up to him instead of being powerless like I was in the dream. Malix growled at me, walked right up to me, and leaned close to my face. I glared back, feeling my courage skyrocket.
Since when does a little stain like you give orders to a guy who can rip your pretty little head from your body?
You really don't think, do you? If you kill me, you'll just be hunted down by more than just the police.
You little...
Duck, white, run, I can't. What? All of a sudden I felt a hand grip my hair and pull back, forcing me to cry out. I stare at Malix, his eyes bored into mine as he crackled in my face.
Hey, let her go!
Sam! Eric!
Within mere seconds, Sam had punched Malix square in the jaw, forcing him to let go of my hair. As I fumbled back, Eric caught me in the same arm, gently pulled me away from Malix and back to their group.
Come on, Sam. You and me. Right here. Let's go!
Come on, asswipe!
However, before both could fight, the woman stepped forward and placed a firm grip on Malix's shoulder.
That's enough, Malix.
What? Who do you think you're speaking to, woman?
The girl who's going to help you kill them. Just not now.
Not now?
I swear the girl spoke down at Malix. She looked the same, just pure evil. However, she seemed to be concerned for Malix, not for me.
There's 5 of them and 2 of us. Even if we come back with the gang, they can have the place surrounded by human police.
We shoot everyone!
Think! If we shoot everyone, we'll be hunted. And it'll be a matter of time before makeshift paladins come and try to exorcise us.
Two growled at each other as if they could have used their magic. I could sense the firewood glow from underneath their teeth. Max grunted and glared at the boys. He pointed at James, wanting so badly to use his finger like a knife.
Just wait, pretty boys. We'll get you and fuck you up real good.
I'm so confused. I don't even know what's going on anymore. Then Malix turned to me, moving the finger pointing directly between my eyes.
And don't think you're safe. Step outside. I dare you.
With that, Malix and the woman walked out of the mansion. The doors closed behind them, leaving the boys and I alone once again. I felt my knees give from under me, forcing the boys to quickly turn to catch me.
Whoa, whoa! Are you alright?
Yeah. Why was he here?
He's been closely tracking us. Our blood trail from the forest must have led him here.
We should have stopped him and finished it here.
For once, Matthew, I agree with you.
I stood up and rubbed my arms, feeling the goosebumps Malix left behind on me. I couldn't stop myself from shivering in the fear of his words. Malix, was he a demon?
That son of a bitch is not a demon. He's a devil.
A devil? There's a difference?
Yes. Demons come from a different plane of existence called the abyssal planes. Devils, however, come from one of the 7 circles of a place humans know as hell. Despite us not being human, we are very different creatures.
We actually have brains, for one. Devils always like to cause trouble and try to kill or torture others for their own enjoyment. Demons, like us, know when to use our powers and when not to. We're not stupid.
Devils follow orders from higher-ups in their order, and their power only comes from their connection to hell. Demons all have free wills and don't rely on where they came from to use their powers.
This is all so confusing. Demons and devils and magic all existed, and I happened to land in the middle of it? What do we do?
You're safe. You've been protected as well.
What?
What Damien's saying is that the magic that protects this place also protects you.
Your grandfather must have cast it when you last saw him or something of that nature. We can sense its aura around your body.
I couldn't believe my ears. It was the 3rd day of surprises, and this one took the cake of being the most surprising. I felt my head spinning once again. What did I get myself into?
Miss, please don't worry. We'll find a way to train ourselves and become stronger to finally finish this feud.
I'm gonna kick his ass right now!
Until then, we'll protect you as much as we can. If Malix comes back, we'll be here for you.
But what about going outside? Won't he?
Like we said, you have a protection spell on you. Even if Malix attacks you, he won't be able to use his magic on you. He'd be just like any other human you can fight back against.
Didn't you say you knew Taekwondo?
Well, yeah. I felt somewhat relieved that I was mostly safe from Max. Still, I could not help but feel nervous and apprehensive about the future. The boys were safe here to train and become stronger, but what if Malix did the same? Even more so, I was lost about how my grandfather knew about magic. I had to find out. At least I had time. I went to bed that night feeling nervous. Despite the words of the incubi, I felt like a target to something I'd never been able to explain or prove. Magic, devils, demons. How did this all happen? Should I really meddle with the situation? Okay, I'm gonna stop it here, guys, just because we're going a little long, and I'm really, honestly, really confused now. But I will see you guys again, like always. Descriptions in the link below. Sorry, link is in the description below. Wow, I can't talk. I'm getting really tired. Link in description is in the description below. I think I said it backwards before. Maybe I didn't. I don't even remember. I'm an idiot. Please follow me. All that's down there too. Boop. I will see you guys again. Bye.